What's going on, YouTube? Hope you're having an amazing week. For me, today's Wednesday. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday, whether it be morning, afternoon, night. Maybe you're watching this video. If you're watching it some other day, I hope you had a great day. Now, coming back to you with the s13 fuel system. Fuel systemito. I'm running some eBay fuel rails with, I think it's like 65-pound injectors or something like that. Yeah, 65-pound truck injectors with just a regular run-of-the-mill FPR, fuel pressure regulator. It is a return style. These LSs don't like a non-return style. I found out the hard way. It blew off every single O-ring. So I used a bunch of 3/8 steel braided nylon hose and a bunch of -6 fittings, whether it be straight 45 or 90. Could have used a couple of 120s, but I didn't have any of those, unfortunately. So let me switch around the old camera and then I'll show you exactly what I did, how I routed it, and whatnot. I think it looks pretty good, in my personal opinion. I'm happy with it. So, yeah, without further ado, so here is my power plant, 5.3 liter. Used to be an LM7, but I put some other stuff on it, so it's not really an LM7 anymore. Those are my mixed matched -6 fittings. Now these things, I got these off of eBay. These were cheap, but they're reverse threaded on the inside of this bottom piece that threads onto the like this stuff. These are amazing. They seal up perfect. And then these are just random little ones, but they're not threaded on the inside of the bottom piece. Same thing with these. Obviously this is a straight, this is a 90, and this is a 45. And then the 120s go a little bit past 90, obviously, but that's if you didn't know. Now this small stuff, that is for the steam port stuff. Alright, so here's my injector rails, fuel rails, nice and blue. So that's my main feed right here. So it's going to come in, wrap around, come back here, come out here, come to the fuel pressure regulator. Alright, now I have it set at like 55, 56 pounds. So once it reaches that set pressure, it'll release and come down here to the return and go there. So this fuel system up here is always going to be pressurized to 56 psi, and that's where they like to be. So I got a bunch of these little electrical tie down things. They're like rubber on the inside, but metal straps. I love these things. They came in handy. So I have my feed as the steel braided line, and then I have my return as the nylon braided line. Pretty much the same thing. This one looks fancy, the other one, eh. So, alright, we are underneath my car. So you can see steel braided, stuff like that. Now this little hard line, that's for the bias valve. Whoever installed that was a rather large genius, but to each their own. Now the tricky part was getting it up and through there. That was the tricky part, but I got it. I need to figure out the bolts for that. That way I can bolt in my transmission. Dry shaft. So, yeah. Alright, so now we're at the back of the car. I gotta create a little block off plate that seals, that way the fuel system is separate from the cabin per drifting rules and stuff like that, which is what I'm going to be using for this car for. But here is the feed coming up through the stock fuel line hole, or fuel filter sender hole thing. There's the plate. I gotta notch it out. So I have the secondary fuel filter right here coming to a little short line. That is the fuel pump. It's an inline fuel pump. I don't know the specs on it. It flows rather nicely, I will say that. To a female 90, to the primary fuel filter. Yes, I am running 2 fuel filters. And then to another 45, down into the bottom of this 15.5 gallon fuel cell that I got off eBay. I have it held in there with self-tappers for now until I can figure out a little rig to get this mounted permanently. Now, they are -10 AN, but this tank that I bought came with a bunch of fittings, a bunch of -6 fittings, and then it comes with a -10 to -6 fitting reducer, which is very, very nice. I thoroughly enjoy that. And it comes with like 20 feet of line, which is also very nice. But yeah, so this is nice gloss black, super easy. You just cock that to the side, lift it up, and out it comes. Now, what I did for the return, because some of the drift tracks here in Florida, they want you to have the feed and return at the top of the tank, but this one doesn't have tubes on the inside that go down to the very bottom, so it can't really suck up, so that's why I have it down there. And if they give me a hard time about it, I'm gonna tell them to buy me a new fuel cell. Here is the level sensor, which is nice, so I gotta hook that up. And then here's the return, so I get the return coming in to the top, and it's just gonna fill up. That's the line that came with the tank, the red and blue, nice and shiny. This is the return that I have it come through here. So the feed is going through here, and that's coming through there, the return. It's a complete system, 100% done. And then came with these -10 block off plates. But yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. Fuel systems are super easy if you have all of the tools and fittings. Now, all of my fittings I have accrued over random purchases. eBay is the way to go. If you want to, and you got that kind of dough, you can pay for name brand stuff, but it all works the same. It's literally all aluminum fittings, so beggars can't be choosers. And there's nothing wrong with eBay fittings at all. I mean, they seal properly. Just do a leak test before you start to fire anything up and you have, open flames or, yeah. But you get where I'm going. So, and I did remove the stock tank, which was completely full of gas or varnish at that point because it was very, very old. Yeah. So now that the fuel system's done, I can wire up the rest of the O2 sensors, the upstream O2 sensors, because those are the only ones I'm going to be running for drivability. Now, I need to extend the one harness on the driver's side, bank one, sensor one, because it's too short, and then wire them up to the ECU and get the grounds situated, the power situated. I have the GK Tech Z33/Z34 shifter bracket relocation thing. Basically, takes it from 6 inches and brings it down to 3 inches, and that'll work for this swap. So if you have an LS and you're swapping it in with a CD09 with a TVD6 and then the whole shebang, a little adapter plate and whatnot, I highly suggest you go with GK Tech. So far as I know, they're like the only company that offers that for the CD09. I looked, and I mean, it's the cheapest one. It's, just over $250. So, can't really beat it. I know Njoku sells it in Juku sells it, but they charge shipping. I am here in Florida, and I wasn't going to pay $40 to have a part shipped from a place that is an hour and a half from me, and I can't really drive an hour and a half to get it. So I just ordered it. I think GK Tech is out of Missouri, somewhere in the Midwest, middle of the United States. They do have a Japan branch and an Australian branch, where they started off in Australia and they branched out to the US and Japan and stuff like that. But I've heard great things about them, so I'm gonna give them a shot. And it comes with a reverse lockout, but I'll do a separate video on that. And I'll also do a separate video of the O2 sensors, because that is a fun time, absolute fun time. And it's better for me to go through the struggle, show you how to do it correctly. That way you don't have to waste your time. That's the main purpose of this channel. Learn from my mistakes. But, alright. I think I covered everything. Still gotta figure out the coolant issue. God, that's gonna be crazy. I'll make a video on that too. But alright, y'all. Until next time, I will catch you later. Have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I read the comments. I check my videos multiple times a day. Comment if I could be doing anything better. If you want to see something. If you have any questions, comment. I'll answer. Promise. Alright, y'all. Peace out.